Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. In this video, I will be speaking about BTC USD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market. Then we will be moving to the on-chain data to see how Bitcoins are moving on, off from exchanges. Also, we will be checking how the new supply emitted into circulation changes. So all very important metrics when it comes to Bitcoin and its fundamentals. And then by using the combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here for this pair. So this is definitely a video you do not want to miss. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. This is the place to be for high quality free trading education. So without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. Starting here from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that at the moment we have a market which is testing a quite significant monthly historical structure level for this market and has already rejected it to the upside. In fact, this level is exactly the previous cycle high. From here, the previous bear market was developed. Here we had the halving, the market entered into the previous bull market, then we had the bear market. And if you remember, I was speaking about BTC USD when the market was here testing this level, and I explained all the reasons for which I was expecting the bottom of the bear market to be here and the market from here to continue higher. And in fact, that is exactly what the market did. We had a massive rejection to the upside away from this quite important structure level. So from a monthly standpoint, everything seems quite bullish and we could expect more continuation to the upside. Now, at the same time, at the moment, we must notice how the previous high is getting tested. There is the possibility to see some resistance at this area, but overall, after the next halving, which is coming in around 30 days, I do expect the market to print a new all-time high, even higher than the all-time high that the market just printed a few days ago. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Well, from a weekly standpoint, the situation is quite clear. If we look at the pattern, we can notice a very clear impulse followed by a correction. Now, in general, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse leg. And if we do that, we can see how we have the 0.32 and 50% retracements lining up exactly at this area, which is in fact a level of weekly support and demand, which we could in fact expect this market to want to go and test and then to reject to the upside. Now, dropping down on the daily time frame, what do we see? Now, before we go more in detail into what we have from a daily standpoint, first, let's go and see what we have when it comes to the on-chain data. Precisely the first thing that I want to check is the exchange reserves. So how many Bitcoins are currently present on exchanges. And on this chart, the white line is the price and the purple line is the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges. Now, if we start here from the top, this is the start of the bear market. The market entered to the bear market. We can see the price dropping. And at the same time, the purple line, so the amount of Bitcoins on exchanges, was dropping as well. Then the market entered back into a bull market. And at the same time, the purple line continued dropping. So no matter if the price was going down or then recovering, the purple line has only been going to the downside, meaning that a huge amount of Bitcoins is continuously getting bought and moved away from exchanges, no matter if the price is bullish or bearish. So the fundamentals at the moment are very strong because if demand gets increased or if the new supply emitted into circulation gets cut in half, which is exactly what is about to happen, as we will now go and see, at that point, price should increase to accommodate for this new demand. So at the moment, the fundamentals are very strong. Now, if we go and see what we have when it comes, in fact, to the supply, precisely, I want to check the chart for the new supply. What we can see here, if we zoom out, is that these events happen every 4 years. We can see here the purple line gets cut in half, here just horizontal, then again cut in half after 4 years, another 4 years, then cut in half, and we're about to have another cutting in half. Now, This is commonly referred to as the halving. So every 4 years, the amount of supply that gets emitted into circulation gets cut in half. And that is mainly because the reward given to miners essentially gets cut in half. But apart from the reasons for that, we have to keep in mind this is about to happen once again. So we have a very low amount of Bitcoins on exchanges, combined with the fact that the new supply emitted to circulation is once again about to be cut in half, which makes the fundamentals very strong. So keeping that in mind and moving back to the chart, let's see what we have when it comes to the technical side of this market from a daily standpoint. Now, what we must notice here is that at the moment, this level is a quite strong level of previous daily resistance from which both these rejections to the downside were created, which is now still acting as resistance, and the market is currently testing it. Now, until the market will remain below this resistance, it can easily continue lower. And in fact, it will continue lower unless the market manages to break it to the upside. However, we have to keep in mind that the best probabilities in the market come when all the timeframes and the fundamentals are all aligned in the same direction. So that means that the monthly, weekly, and daily would all be aligned to the same direction together with the fundamentals. And at the moment, the monthly, weekly, and the fundamentals are bullish. So until the market here on the daily will be bearish, this move to the downside is not really interesting. The only thing that would be interesting is if we get a break above this high, because only at that point, all the time frames would be showing the same direction. So if we get this break on the retest of the previous resistance that at that point would be turned support, that is where we have good probabilities of getting a potential rejection to the upside away from this level. So if we get this break and retest, what I would expect in a situation like this? Well, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily time frames combined with the on-chain data, those are the best time frames when it comes to the directional aspect of this market. However, when it comes to identifying early shifts in the trend of a market, the best timeframes for that are the intraday timeframes, so 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what I would expect is that if this market would shift from an intraday bearish to a bullish market at that point, I wouldn't be surprised to see a potential push higher, completing this daily impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside. Now, if you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website, which you find linked both in description and on the main page of my YouTube channel. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to the most complete, all-inclusive mentorship program that I have created for you. As soon as you open the website, you will see this video breaking down everything included in the mentorship program. And in the program, you have the possibility to gain access to all my courses and also to the software, so the COT data software, which is exactly the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software with Telegram signals integration, which puts together everything that you need as a trader all in one interface. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring directly with me, so you will have my personal contact. And if you continue to scroll down on the website, you will see that directly from the website, you will have the possibility to register and gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the registration process. So at least I suggest that you go and check it out right now. The link is both in description and in the main page of my YouTube channel, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like. Also, if you have any suggestions on any topics or pairs that you would like me to cover in the next videos, make sure to drop them in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video.